So shake, baby, shake. Come on over. Whole lot of shaking going on. Hello folks, in this tutorial I'm going to teach how I play Whole Lot of Shakin' Going On. This was a big hit for Jerry Lee Lewis in 1957. It was his first hit actually. Although it wasn't his song originally, he kind of made it his own. I play it in the key of A. It's a 12-bar blues rock and roll song and the chord progression goes like this. You have 4 bars of A, 2 bars of D, back to A for 2 bars, 1 bar of E, 1 bar of D, and 2 bars of A. The song has this structure. There's an intro, which is just 4 bars of the A chord. Then there's a first verse, a second verse, and then I suppose what you might call a chorus. It's that chanting bit, the shake, baby, shake part. Then there's a solo, which on Jerry Lee's record is twice around the 12-bar blues chord progression. If you're playing the song by yourself, you might want to go around the 12-bar just once. I'm not going to talk too much about the solo in this tutorial. Then there's a third verse, which is more or less the same as the second verse. Then there's that spoken part where Jerry Lee Lewis talks suggestively about dancing for twice around the 12-bar. Again, if you're playing the song by yourself, you might want to go just once around the chord progression. Then there's a final chorus, and then there's an outro lick. You could play it using open chords like that in a train strum, like that with a nice shuffle, so it would sound like this. Well, come on over, baby, whole lot of shaking going on. As I say, come on over, baby, baby, you can't go wrong. We ain't faking, whole lot of shaking going on. So it sounds pretty good like that, doesn't it? Or you could play it using the rock and roll riffs that I talk about in my tutorial number 1. Well, come on over, baby, whole lot of shaking going on. As I say, come on over, baby, baby, you can't go wrong. We ain't faking, whole lot of shaking going on. And I do play some of the song like that, usually. Or you could play it using the Chuck Berry rock and roll riffs that I describe in my tutorial number 2, like this. Well, come on over, baby, whole lot of shaking going on. Just as I come on over, baby, baby, you can't go wrong. We ain't faking, whole lot of shaking going on. But what I like to do is imitate Jerry Lee Lewis's piano part like this. And it's that kind of rock and roll boogie riff that I'm going to focus on in this lesson. Here's the riff that goes along with the A chord. And here's what the riff sounds like when played slowly. So it's a 2-bar riff. Here's the first bar. And here's the second bar. As you can see, my pick is moving up and down all the time. Down to play the notes that fall on the beats, up to play the notes that fall on the ands in between the beats. And the riff has a bouncy shuffle rhythm to it, like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay? To play the riff, put your first finger on the second fret of the 4th and 3rd strings and leave it there throughout the riff. Now if you play the notes on the 5th, 4th and 3rd strings, you have the bottom of an A chord. The first note of the riff is the open 5th string. Played with a downstroke. With an upstroke you play the note on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So we have... The second two notes are these. Two notes played very quickly. Put your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and then you quickly tap down your 3rd finger onto the 4th fret. That's a hammer on. So with one downstroke of your pick you get two notes. So we have... The next note is the note on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. We have... And then you go... So that's 2nd fret 4th string, 2nd fret 3rd string, 4th fret 4th string, 2nd fret 3rd string. So that's the whole first bar of the riff. Here's the second bar of the riff. So it's that bit at the latter part of the first bar played twice. Nice and simple. Up and down with your pick. So here are those two bars together. But when I'm playing this kind of riff, I tend not to play individual notes. I play two notes together all the time. So for example, when I'm playing the note on the open 5th string with a downstroke of the pick, I let my pick hit the note on the 4th string. And when I'm playing the note on the 2nd fret of the 4th string with an upstroke, I let my pick hit the open 5th string. It's like I'm strumming two strings up and down. And I do that all the way through the riff. So when I'm playing the note on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string with an upstroke, I let my pick hit the note on the 4th string. And when I'm playing the notes on the 4th string with downstrokes, I let my pick hit the note on the 3rd string. So it sounds like this. Not like this. But like this. So that's the riff I used to play along with the A chord. Here's the riff I used to play along with the next two bars of a D chord. So that's a 2-bar riff. The principles are the same as with the A chord riff. Here's the first bar. So instead of a hammer on this time, I'm sliding with my 3rd finger from the 3rd fret of the 4th string to the 4th fret of the 4th string. And then it's just the same as with the A chord riff. And here's the second bar. So now you have the riffs that you need to play the first 8 bars of the 12-bar blues chord progression. 4 bars of A, 2 bars of D, 2 bars of A. So what do we do when we come to play the E chord? Well, you play the first bar of the 2-bar A chord riff, but shift it across one string like this. So that's the E chord riff. Then we have 1 bar of the D chord riff, and then you finish off with 2 bars of A. So that's the whole 12-bar blues, but you may have noticed when I played a whole lot of shaking going on at the beginning of the video that I did this at one point. It's a little run-up in the 4th bar of the 12-bar blues chord progression, a run-up from the A chord to the D. Here's what it sounds like in context. I'm doing is this. Here it is played slowly. So I'm playing the open 5th string with a downstroke, with an upstroke playing the note on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Keep coming back to that note. Then I put my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, 4th string. 2nd finger, 3rd fret, 5th string, 4th string. Then I put my 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string, and the 4th string. And I'm playing 2 notes together all the time, like we did before with the A chord riff, or all the riffs. Now we've looked at all of the riffs you need to play this 12 bar. Let's play the whole 12 bar again with the complete tablature on the screen, and this time include the intro, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, come on over, baby, hold on. Let's have a look again at the song's structure. We've looked at how to play the intro, the first verse and the second verse using those piano-style boogie riffs. When I come to the chorus, I stop playing those riffs and slip into this style of playing. It's the sort of thing I teach in my tutorial number 1, so go and have a look at that if you haven't already. So I do this. We ain't faking, whole lot of shaking going on. Well, I said shake, baby shake. I said shake, baby shake. I said shake it, baby shake it. I said shake, baby shake. Come on over, whole lot of shaking going on. Oh, let's go. And then you're into the solo. For the solo, I mess around with some chords up here like I do in my versions of 20 Flight Rock and Jailhouse Rock. I do this. Oh, let's go! We got chicken in the barn, my barn. Come on over, baby, really got the bull by the horn. We ain't faking, whole lot of shaking going on. Easy now, shake it. Oh, shake it, baby. You can shake it one time for me. Girl, I have to come on over, baby. Going on. Let's get real low this time. Shake, baby, shake. All you gotta do, honey, is kind of stand in one spot. Wiggle around just a little bit. That's when you got something. Whole lot of shaking going on. Now let's go one time. Shake it, baby, shake it. Shake it, baby, shake it. Ooh, shake, baby. Come on, baby. Shake, baby, shake. Come on over. Whole lot of shaking going on. So you may have noticed in the final chorus there's an extra bar thrown in there on the D chord. Come on over. Whole lot of shaking going on. So there you have that ending, outro lick that goes like this. You have an open 5th string, 4th fret 5th string, open 4th string, 1st fret 4th string, 2nd fret 4th string, 4th fret 4th string, 1st fret 3rd string, 2nd fret 3rd string, and then you end on an A6 chord. Come on over, a whole lot of shaking going on. So there you have it all. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any queries in the comments.